Right, but you talk about the definition of genocide. That doesn't mean anything.
I'm talking about the legal definition of genocide, of course. Yeah.
Right, but you're talking about...
Because I think that far too often these buzzwords are thrown around that actually take away from the gravity of the crimes that are committed when it comes to ethnic cleansing or genocide or apartheid. And yet, consistently, we see these terms thrown around.
Well, let me just remind everybody of what it is defined as. The crime of genocide was defined in 1948 by the United Nations as the, quote, intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnical, racial or religious group as such. It seems increasingly obvious that there are many people in this government who want to get rid of all the Palestinians from Gaza, and they're killing a lot of people in the process. Well, that is an intent to destroy the group.
I don't agree that is the intent of the operation. I think that there are a few people associated with the government and also other Israelis who have made comments like this. But what's important to understand about the legal definition of genocide and the standard of proof for proving it is that, A, it has to be fully conclusive, meaning that there cannot be, it's not a reasonable doubt standard. This is something that needs to be proven beyond any alternative option. And when you're talking about dealing with a terrorist organization like Hamas that has been proven and has admitted themselves to hiding and embedding in civilian infrastructure, that is a reasonable explanation for the reason why there are civilian casualties in war. In fact, those targets aren't even illegal, much less genocide, when it comes to airstrikes, because they lose their legal status of a protected status as civilian infrastructure when they're used by terrorist organizations like Hamas. So you cannot say that that's intentional. When it comes to the people saying genocidal things, it has to be proven in the court that the people who are saying that actually have the ability to carry it out, meaning that some random member of Knesset who is not on the war committee, who doesn't actually make these decisions, doesn't matter what he says or what he thinks about the Palestinian people, however distasteful it may be. And many of them have been distasteful. I don't dispute you on that. What matters when it comes to the international law and the international community is whether or not he has the ability to do so. And there has not been a demonstrated pattern of a desire to eradicate the Palestinian people or eradicate a Palestinian state. If there was, you would have seen a war in the West Bank as well. And in addition to that, I just want to point out once more that this wasn't a war that Israel started. This wasn't a premeditated plan in order to reduce the population of Gaza or to erase the Palestinian people from the Gaza Strip. Evacuation notices have been used in Yemen. They've been used in Iran. They've been used in Lebanon. They've been used in Gaza. In none of those places are we talking about ethnic cleansing or genocide. Only when it comes to dealing with the Gaza Strip, because it is an untenable situation, but not as a result of the state of Israel, as a result of Hamas.